This is Ed Webb. We're at the Governor's Mansion in Frankfort, Kentucky, and I'm with Secretary Terry Gill, who just completed our monthly or quarterly Global Executive Forum. And Secretary Gill, great job today.
Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
With the Governor's mission's efforts to really promote foreign direct investment, you did a great presentation today to discuss what's happening in the state. He's out of town, obviously, today, out of the country. But the takeaways from today's presentation, what would you see were the top two takeaways from this morning's discussion?
Well, clearly, I think the state appreciates the significance of foreign direct investment from an overall sort of economic perspective. I mean, last year it was almost a third of the $9.2 billion that the state attracted in total investment. So it's clearly an issue. In fact, it's responsible for one of every 4 new jobs we created last year. So I think everyone in the audience appreciates the fact that it's an international, even though they might be located in Kentucky, we are operating on a global and international basis. So foreign direct investment and exports obviously are a big part of the state's economy.
We appreciate that. You made a great point today too regarding preparedness and being competitive. Can you discuss more about that for us? Because that's a first for the state to be really prepared for these opportunities.
Well, I think that maybe in previous administrations they haven't appreciated the fact that Kentucky, on a per capita basis, leads the nation in many categories in terms of the amount of investment dollars it attracts, the number of our residents who work for foreign-owned companies. So we operate in that upper quartile on an international stage. And so what we're suggesting now is that we are in an international marketplace. And if we're not ready for those opportunities that are coming, in large part because of some macroeconomic factors, obviously the economy is growing domestically, and recent tax policies have encouraged more onshoring of international businesses. And so it's a great climate for foreign direct investment. The downside is if a community isn't ready by virtue of not having sufficient inventory, buildable land, spec buildings, the pace at which these opportunities are coming and the pace at which those decisions are being made are faster than ever. And so what we're suggesting is if communities aren't ready, if they don't have sufficient inventory, then it's going to be awfully difficult for them to compete.
This morning you mentioned again the fact you have in 3 countries, we're open for business and we will not be out-hustled. I love that comment, by the way, Secretary, and I believe it, and I believe it from your team. Any parting comments for our audience about doing business in Kentucky, the export and foreign direct investment side?
Well, I would say that if you're looking for assistance as a company who's considering exporting, certainly looking at your organization, it would be a great place to start. But also reach out to the cabinet. thinkkentucky.com is our website. And if you're a business that is operating in a different country, considering the potential of locating part of your operations in the U.S., we'd certainly love to talk to you about the state of Kentucky.
Secretary, we appreciate you. We're glad you're here. Folks, you're first here, and thank you.
Great, thanks.